Alex is a disgusting individual.
And why is that?
Because when his wife was dying of cancer, he'd already lined up her replacement and started shagging her.
Wow.
From 1996, this is an unfinished affair. I'm Jay Harangue and I've wasted hours of my life watching terrible films.
You should subscribe.
Yes, and please consider joining my Patreon, as the first exclusive video is up on 2001's My Husband's Double Life, the story of a man who fakes his own death to get away from his boring wife and horrible kids, only to be found 10 years later and made to face the consequences.
That is an incredible story.
It is, isn't it?
Yes.
And my Patreon is only $3 a month. What a steal. Anyway, back to this film. This is Alex and he's the main character.
Hi.
When he finds out his wife isn't dying, he needs to break it off with his other girlfriend, Sheila.
It was wrong.
Then why did it feel so right?
Exactly. Sometimes things that are so wrong can feel so right.
True.
Cynthia's in complete remission.
You love me, Alex.
I never said that.
Oh, that's okay then. That night, Alex's father-in-law, Clayton, is accepting an award. At the ceremony, he tells Alex that the foreman he hired did 3 years for armed robbery, so he's going to have to sack him. Alex is like, don't worry, I'll deal with it. So on Monday morning, Dwight the foreman is sacked.
What goes around comes around, big shot.
Get out.
Ooh, that sounds ominous. Later, Clayton's like, Alex, remember that piece of Japanese art? Well, it's worth $750,000.
You know, I haven't seen this in quite some time.
Oh, it's in the warehouse somewhere.
But it's not in a warehouse. Alex gave it to Sheila. Alex is like, would you mind hiring my son Rick?
Ah, what the hell? He is my grandson.
So that's happening. Later that night, Alex goes round to Sheila's apartment. Sheila's like, oh, hi, Alex. Great to see you. What are you doing here?
I'm afraid I need to get the silkscreen back.
That's what they're calling this painting or whatever it is. Sheila's like, no, Alex, you gave it to me. And he's like, no, I lent it to you and I want it back.
I wasted a year of my life waiting for that woman to die.
Okay.
Cut to this yoga class where Sheila sees something she likes. For fellow Twilight fans, yes, that's a young Clark Carlisle.
Okay.
After class, he asks Sheila out and she's like, yeah, okay, and gives him her number. But oh dear, looks like there was an ulterior motive here, because this guy is Rick, Alex's son. And he's the new warehouse manager at Clayton's art company. I have no idea what's going on here. I can't work out the business model. All you need to know is he's the new warehouse manager, Alex is in charge of him, and Clayton's the owner.
Where do I begin?
He can start by finding me that silk screen.
Alex is like, oh, shit. The next day, Rick and Sheila go on a date where he tells her he doesn't drink. She's like, why? And he's like, because I came home one night and found my roommate shagging my fiancé.
What'd you do?
Put him in a hospital for 6 weeks.
Ooh, you're odd.
On the way home, Sheila tells Rick that she's an illegal alien from Canada. And he's like, wow, that's hot. And then they kiss. Later that night, Alex tries to call Sheila about the silk screen, but the number's no longer in service. So he tells his wife, Cynthia, he needs to go out.
You look so good.
I wanted to look bad.
And then they bang. The next day at work, Clayton tells Jack the police have arrived.
We're a specialist in stolen art.
All right.
To hide the fact he gave the silkscreen to Sheila, Alex has reported it stolen. When he arrives, he's like, yeah, I reckon it was Dwight, the guy I sacked last week.
Your insurer will probably want everyone to take a lie detector test.
Uh-oh.
Not sure how Alex is going to get out of that one. Cut to Thanksgiving dinner, and Alex has the family round. And oh good, Rick has arrived.
This is Sheila Hart.
Hi, Sheila.
The whole family loves Sheila, and Alex is livid. Later by the pool, Alex manages to get her alone.
He must really hate me.
No. I love you.
Oh dear. That night, Cynthia's like, Alex, I really like Rick's new girlfriend. What did you think of her? And he's like, to be honest, I thought she was a fucking slag. The next day when Alex comes home after a hard day of stealing Sheila's address from Rick's desk at work,
Boy.
Alex is like, what do you want? And Dwight's like, $10,000 or I'm telling your wife about your affair. So Alex offers him $15,000 to go and steal the silkscreen from Sheila's new apartment, where she's hiding it behind another painting. Alex calls her and says they need to talk, but she's like, sorry, Alex, your son's just arrived and I'm about to shag him. When Rick arrives, nothing that exciting happens. She takes him to this hospital to give the painting with the silkscreen behind it to her mum, who's some sort of vegetable. On their way home, they start going at it in this car park. For some reason, Alex, who's followed them there, seems to want to watch this.
Ew.
Although we don't see Alex knocking one out in his car over his son making out with his ex-girlfriend, it's certainly implied. Back at Sheila's apartment, Dwight has broken in and is hunting for the silkscreen. But oh no, Sheila's about to get home. He's like, where's the silkscreen? And she's like, are you working for Alex? How much is he paying you? I'll pay you more. And he's like, yeah, okay, sounds good. When Alex gets to work the next day, the police are there. They still can't find Dwight, and the lie detector test is scheduled for next week. After work, Rick goes to Sheila's apartment, and then they bang. But it gets interrupted by a phone call from Alex.
I told you if you call me again, I'm gonna call the cops.
Rick's like, who was that? And she's like, oh, it's my violent ex. He's not taking the breakup well. And Rick's like, well, tell him if he touches you, he'll be sorry. But Alex has his own evil scheme. He's called immigration and reported Sheila as an illegal alien. So now she's being sent back to Canada. But before that, Clayton's invited the whole family to his ranch outside of town, and Sheila's going too. Once again, she's a hit with the family. During a game of Scrabble...
Hey, Dad, you want to take the dirt bikes out with me tomorrow?
Sure.
I would love to go. Me too.
Oh dear, this doesn't sound good. And neither does this. To keep Sheila in the country, Rick has asked her to marry him. Everyone's really happy except Alex, who's livid. Then we get to see them out on the dirt bikes in a scene that goes on and on and on. But uh-oh, looks like Cynthia's in trouble. Oh, it's okay, Sheila's there to help. Oh no, she's just walking off. But then she sees Alex coming, so thinks, shit, I better help her. So pulls her to safety. But Alex knows her game. Later, back at the ranch...
I want you out of here now.
She's like, I don't think so, Alex. I've got the silkscreen, I'm about to be a US citizen, and I can ruin your life whenever I want. So you can't threaten me.
Good point.
So Alex walks out. Later that night, Sheila steals a gun from Clayton's cabinet. The next day at work, Rick's like, Dad, look what I found. An order for Dwight to take the silkscreen to this address. Obviously, it's Sheila's old address. So Alex is like, thanks, I'll take care of this. After work at Sheila's, Rick is there helping her pack stuff. Sheila pretends to make a call and gets Rick to get his fingerprints all over her knife. When he leaves, she puts it in a bag and invites Dwight over to help her move a filing cabinet.
What do you got in here? Bricks?
So I'm guessing that filing cabinet wasn't that heavy after all. Sheila leaves the knife with Rick's fingerprints next to the body, then calls Rick and tells him that her ex is on the way round and hangs up.
Pick it up, Sheila. Is he there?
If he touches you, I'll kill him.
Then she calls 911.
Help me, he's got a knife. He's gonna kill him. Oh my God, hurry.
So yeah, she set it all up to look like Rick is a killer. Rick manages to flee the scene, so the police go around to question Alex.
You wouldn't kill anybody.
He has a history of violence. Why would somebody want to set up your son to make him look like a murderer?
Oh, dear.
Alex knows this has gone too far now, so he comes clean to Cynthia.
You've destroyed everything.
Hello.
It's Rick on the phone. He's like, Dad, I'm in trouble. Meet me at the warehouse. When Alex gets there, he's like, this is my fault. I was shagging Sheila when I thought your mum was dying of cancer.
Excuse me?
Then there's this fight.
Son of a bitch!
Alex is like, you need to get over this now, Rick. We need to stop Sheila, who's just been to collect the silkscreen from her mum's room at the hospital, but Rick's already taken it.
I don't want to hurt you. Just give it to me.
You won't shoot me. No.
So Sheila runs away with a silkscreen and boards the plane to Canada. Let's have a quick look at it, shall we?
No!
Oh dear. And the police arrive to stop the plane and arrest her.
Good.
Somehow Alex has made an instant recovery and is welcomed back into the family with no questions asked.
You're a lucky man.
Yes, I am.
And that's the end of the film, so until next time. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and please consider joining my Patreon. There's a link in the description. Thank you.